cake.
Are you going to finish that quaff? Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I have to poop. So today we're going to be doing something very exciting, which is I'm going to be putting on a face mask because
my skin needs it.
And I'm just gonna be talking about life because, you know, it's been a while. It's been like 3 whole weeks since I posted my last video, which means it's been probably like around 4 weeks since I actually filmed last. Okay, so one thing in my life that has happened within like the past like couple weeks is, okay, so for most of my life, I've just not really like wanted to like be like in a relationship or anything. It just like wasn't like my thing, and then like I don't know, like it wasn't important to me like at all. But then for
some reason,
like this like past like month, some god, like the person who is playing like this game of The Sims, the alien overlords were like, nope, just kidding, you are starving for attention and like you need it right now. And I was like, okay, like if that's what you want me to do, I will do it. I will find.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this star.
And so yeah, that's like, I digress. That's one thing that happened like in the past like few weeks as I'm like updating you. I'm gonna put on this face mask and then I'm gonna tell you about the sleep paralysis thing that happened to me last night, because that was fucking crazy. That was wild. Okay, I'll be back in like 2 seconds. How am I supposed to keep my hair back? Hold on. So, last night, I got home to my dorm from my friend's room. And I had like a really great time, but it was, you know, it was time to go to sleep. And I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm finna sleep. Okay, so I put on my Halloween playlist, right? It was great. And I feel my body falling asleep, right? Because it felt hollow. And like, though it's like a really weird feeling when like your body goes to sleep but your mind stays awake, because for me, it feels like I'm floating. It was like, it felt like I was just floating in like space. And I couldn't open my eyes, I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything. I was in this song called 11 from the Stranger Things playlist came on. I can play a clip of it right now. And so that came on, and so as you can like tell from like the music, it's like it has bloops, it has blops, it has, you know, chords, and maybe like chimes. Like you might see that it has chimes, but it's not like most music. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, look how sexy I look! Oh hell yeah! So that came on, and then all of a sudden, like there was a chord, and I felt a wall of energy just like crash through my body. Like it jolted my whole being. It was like a wall of static, of pins and needles. And I felt it, like it jolted my whole like sense of being. It was wild. And I was like laying there and I was like, oh my god, that was crazy. What the frick was that? And I'm just like laying there and I'm like, hello? God? And then I'm just like laying there, obviously because I can't move or anything, and I'm just sitting there chilling, whatever. And then, bitch, this hand comes up and like grabs me on my shoulder, right? And it just like grabs me on my shoulder, and it was so real. It like firmly grasped me on my shoulder.
Firmly grasp it! how to do it.
And it was like pins and needles, hot and cold at the same time, solid yet static, and it was blue. Like blue, it was like blue crystals with like pops of black in it. And it just stayed there. And like it was not letting go. And it was just like massaging my shoulder, and I was like, well, thanks. If out of all the demons that could be tormenting right now, I'm glad that it's the fucking masseuse. Anyways, I keep listening to the music, and then like the tones, like the bloops and the bops and whatever, I can feel them popping in my body. It felt like there were bubbles like of energy like cracking and popping and like sort of like letting go, like in my body, like throughout. And then I felt it in like my auric field as well. It was crazy. It was wild. And then like I got like this weird feeling that like there was a person like standing at the end of my bed. But my bed's lofted. Like I sleep in like a bunk bed, and like underneath it is my desk. Like that's how most college dorms are. But it like I felt like an old woman in like a sort of like 1930s spotted like rouge maroon dress like at my feet, and I was like, listen, this is like too much, like I don't know like what the heck is happening. And then I just like felt like it felt like someone had thrown a blanket on me, and it was like the heaviest but like warmest blanket at the same time, and I fucking passed out. And that was it. And then I woke up the next morning, and I was fine. Everything was normal, and I went about like my daily life. My mask was like all up in my eyeball. I'm like, bitch, fucking back up. You know what I'm saying? And so then the next day I was walking in town with my friend Natalie, and I was telling her about it, and she was like, listen, like I've had sleep paralysis experiences before as well. She had this wild experience where she was like, I don't know if she was like waking up in the middle of the night or like what happened, but she couldn't move. It was dark in her room, obviously, because she was sleeping. She couldn't open her eyes. She's just laying there chilling in Cedar Rapids. And then this like, she heard this voice like come up close to her, whisper in her ear, the spirits guide me. Serpent, 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 serpent. And it just kept saying serpent until it was screaming at the top of its lungs in her ear, like this fucking close, bitch, to in her fucking earlobe. And like just like yelling serpent until it got so loud that she jolted forward, because like her body was like shooken awake. And so she like jolted forward, but since she was still in like the sleep paralysis sort of like
Brain mindset.
I don't know how sleep paralysis works, so bear with me, but like she was still in like the sleep paralysis process or whatever. She like jolted forward, and all around her bed were dolls, oh my god, like antique dolls sitting in a circle around her in her bed, whispering at her. Ew, like literally I want to like vom, like that's so fucking gross. But yeah, so I mean that's the end of the story. Swag is life, swag is life. Oh my god. Hello guys, I'm back. I took off my face mask, and I feel really rejuvenated. My face feels really, really warm and like good and healthy and clean, thank goodness. I really, really needed that. I've had that face mask just like sitting around for I think probably like a year now. So I'm really glad that I got to use it, and so yay. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about anything like today. Anyways, I hope you had a good time watching me. I had a good time watching you. That was gross. I'm sorry. But anyways, yeah, have a great day. I love you all. And I love you all. Goodbye. Mwah.
All the time I turn around, brothers gather round, always looking at me up and down, looking at me.